Tuesday's budget was one for the next 5 weeks, not one for the next 5 years. It was a shameless election voting exercise, not a plan for our country's future. It was about saving Prime Minister Albanese, not about you, and certainly not about safeguarding our nation. Jim Chalmers' so-called tax cut top-up is simply a tax cut cop-out. It's a cruel hoax. Now, Labor will spend $17 billion of taxpayers' money to give you back 70 cents a day in 15 months' time. And yet a family with a typical mortgage under this government is $50,000 worse off. I think it's insulting, to be honest. Now, we oppose these tax cuts and will repeal them because we think there's a better way to provide assistance to Australians. We will provide immediate cost of living relief for Australians. A coalition government will halve the fuel excise for 12 months and then we'll review it. And we'll make sure that that comes in on the first day that our parliament sits. For a household with one car filling up once a week, that's a savings of about $14 a week, or around $700 over the year. For a household with two cars filling up once a week, that is a savings of $28 a week, or around $1,500 over 12 months. Compare that to 70 cents a day in 15 months' time. Now, working with industry will ensure that heavy vehicle road users also benefit from this measure, and we'll make sure the ACCC will ensure that the fuel excise cut will be passed on in full to consumers. The policy will cost $6 billion. Amidst Labor's cost of living pressures, charities are experiencing increased demand, including from Australians who never previously relied on that support. To scale up assistance and provide immediate relief, we will commit $50 million for food charities like Food Bank, Second Bite and Oz Harvest to expand their services and to include school breakfast programs. They approached the government with this plan and it was rejected in this budget. Of course, to get out of Labor's economic mess and to tackle Labor's cost of living crisis, we need hard decisions and a proper plan. The coalition government will do three things. First, we will rein in inflationary spending. We will reduce the cost of energy. And third, we will strengthen the economy so that it works for you. I just want to address each of those aspects in turn. Mr Speaker, over 3 years, the Albanese government has increased spending as a share of the economy more than any government since the recession of the 1990s. Now, it's lifted spending by an extraordinary $425 billion. That's about $40,000 per Australian household. Now, much of this spending hasn't gone to essential services or generated economic activity. Rather, it's been inflationary, it's been ineffectual and it's been wasteful. Such rapid and unrestrained spending is not only adding to the debt that our children will have to repay, but it's also keeping the pressure on inflation. And during a cost of living crisis, that's the last thing that you want. And the Reserve Bank Governor has independently pointed out this great failing in this bad government. A core inflation under this government has averaged more than double what it was under the coalition. Personal income taxes paid have also increased by about 24% under Labor.